So today I'm going to show you how to fix a Makita DMR110 radio. Apparently it's quite a common problem that the dial breaks off and you lose the control of volume and also other functions. It's actually very easy to do, so today I'm just going to go through on how to repair that. You will find the parts are actually available online. For about $50 you should be able to pick up the parts you require, so it's a little bit cheaper than going and buying a whole new radio. So let's get started. So here's a radio, DMR110, with a broken control knob. I actually found this one on the side of the road, so someone's thrown this away and hasn't bothered to repair it. I guess it's their loss, my gain. Hopefully everyone's got a set of these. It's a set of Allen keys. Just spin the radio around. So we want to take these four bolts out here, just using a 5mm Allen key. I'll just do that and be right back. As you can see, they've been loosened out. These actually are still in the case, but they should be loose now, so hopefully we can now pry the front away. We'll see how we go with that. Okay, so there is one more thing you need to do before this cover comes off. Open the radio cover at the back, and you'll see there's a screw in here and one in here. These are a Phillips head, so you need to also remove those. Now that they're removed, the front panel will come off like this, and then you'll have access to behind. So the next thing we need to do now is carefully, the screws here again, undo this circuit board in the front to get that out of the way. So there's a couple of screws here, here, and yep, there's one down underneath that heatsink, just down under here. So we'll go and remove that now, so we'll be back in a second. Okay, so there were 6 screws in here, there's 3 up the top, there's one right there in the middle to catch you off guard, and 2 down the bottom, one there and one there. Once you've removed those screws, the board should hopefully move out of the way, or you can hold it out of the way, and there we go. We've got access here to the encoder, and this is the unit that we need to replace. As you can see, it's snapped off here. So I'll go and remove this now. So you just disconnect from here, and then we can put the new encoder in. And I'll show you all the new parts in a moment. I'll just show you this this side of the board here. So this is the underside. So as you can see, this is the connection here. So you just basically grab it on these corners and pull it back. Here it is. I've removed this now. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. There's the part number on the back. It says PCB-B 16A0160-3 MP-V1 1.00. There's also a part number on the front here as well, PCB-P16A0160-3. So for me, as I found this radio, there was no knob or anything with it. So I actually had to buy those, and you can actually still buy those parts. Here it is. Here's a new knob, which is an original part for this radio. I believe that is the part number on there, SC00000465. And as you could see, there was the encoder and the little nut and the washer. Okay, the fun part, let's put it together. This is pretty much the reverse of what we did just before. So with the new encoder, we just plug this into the PCB there. Same way, you can see there's a flat side and there's two raised sections here. The raised sections go into this connector here, so the raised bits go into this opening here. There we go, that's connected. Just make sure that this is pushed all the way in and you should be good to go. So next we will sit the encoder in position and also sit the main PCB back down into the faceplate. So a handy little tip, when you put this encoder back into the faceplate, you'll notice there's a tiny little hole, like a little groove here. That's meant for when you put your encoder in, there's also a little tab just here. So make sure that tab goes into that little hole and you've got it the right way around. So it's pretty much, I'm just trying to do this with one hand, encoder goes in that way and it'll sit into that groove like that. I'd recommend at this point not to put the main PCB in just yet, like don't screw it down. Get your encoder in position, put the washer and the nut on so it can hold it in place before you put the main PCB down. Otherwise it'll just be a bit more difficult than it needs to be. So I'll show you that now. So I've just set the radio on its side like this now, and the main PCB just pushed aside and the encoder's sitting there. It's sitting through the faceplate. So now's a good time. We'll put the washer and the nut on and make sure that that encoder's sitting in that little groove that I showed you before. So we'll get that one done now. So that's just finger tight at the moment, but that's all in there. So you can go ahead and just tighten this up a little bit, and that should be then good to go. I recommend just to tighten this up. You don't want to go overboard. Just get yourself a 10mm socket, put it over there, hold the circuit board on the back here, and then just do it up nice and snug, finger tight, and that's it. With the knob, this is just a simple push fit. You'll see that the shaft on the encoder has got a flat section. So as you can see, there's a flat section inside the knob as well. So just line those two up and it should just slide straight on. Just gently push this down. There we go. Just make sure it's all the way down, it's even, that's better. There we go. There's the encoder installed. Now, put everything else back in place, put this PCB back in. So just lay the face flat, line the PCB back up with the supports in here. And go ahead and put the screws back in. Again, I like to do it in a way that I don't over tighten anything. I just initially just put screws in, but don't tighten them all the way. Just get all the screws in so everything lines up nicely. This one here. Okay, all the 6 screws are there, and now I feel everything's sort of lined up okay. Just gently tighten them up. I just like to do opposites. It's just the way I do things. It's probably not critical, but it's just a good practice to do that, and just make sure everything's tight. Again, not over tight, but just nice and snug. Alrighty, everything looks good. We can now close it up. Okay, so again, I'll put the faceplate on. I'll just get these started just so it's in position. I won't tighten anything up too much yet because we've still got those 2 screws, the one that was up here and in here that you put through in the back here. We need to make sure they go back in. That's these guys. So we'll start by aligning the case. I'll see if I can set this up so you can see me doing this. At least somewhat of it anyway. It's a little bit tricky to get this all in, but just be patient with it, and here we go. Okay, so back. So we got one screw up in here, and the other one was, where is it? There. Again, I just get it in, not too tight yet, just get everything just in position and get it all started. So I'll just put the camera down and I will go ahead. I'll tighten the screws up first. So this screw up in here. Next one, this one in the bottom. That's it for that section. Close the radio up here at the back. Spin around and now tighten up the 4 hex bolts in the front. Okay. It's very warm out here, it's 36 degrees. Alright. Okay, now that that's all done, now's the fun part, the rewarding part hopefully. We'll grab ourselves a Makita 18-volt battery, put it in the back, and we'll see what it does. Right, this is the top one here. Clip it in. Alright, there we go. Good as new. A free Makita radio for $50. New encoder, new knob and bits and pieces. Very easy fix. So if yours is broken, think about repairing rather than throwing it away. We'll go through the part list, what you need. Hopefully you won't need to buy the knob. If you've still got that stuff, do keep it, but you can buy it. I had to buy all of it, but yeah, we'll go through the parts list now, and yeah, good luck fixing your one.